that we beat, like, we played a team at Wallapalooza that had 81 commits. And we have, one D1 commit, and we have two other collegiate kids, but we're just a team of kids that just do things right. Like, we work hard, and we have all kinds of weapons, not just 1 or 2 or 8, right?
Yep.
And so we've really come together, so I've been really proud of them. And we're very defensively minded. We play really good defense.
Awesome. All right. Last question. 2 truths and a lie.
I know I was thinking this. I'm kind of a dork when it comes to this stuff. So let's see. I have 4 kids, 4 dogs, and I've been to Hawaii 4 times.
You don't have 4 dogs.
I'm going to abstain from the answers because I think I know.
Oh, you probably do, actually.
The dogs.
Dogs.
Nope. I have 4 dogs. Who has 4 dogs? This dummy right here. Yeah.
Hawaii.
Yeah, I've been 3. I want to go 10 times. Like, it's my favorite place. So, yeah.
Excellent.
Actually, that was good.
That was great.
Not too bad. Okay.
That was awesome. All right, so let's go speed. NFL picks, speed dating style. By the way, I was going to look at the college games, but really there aren't many good college games this weekend. Like, I couldn't even pick like 5 that I thought were really good.
Yeah, pretty easy pick.
Yeah, they were pretty simple. All right, so here we go. Excluding last night's debacle. Chiefs at Chargers.
Gotta go with the Chiefs.
Buccaneers at Falcons.
Definitely Tampa. Yeah.
Bengals at Browns.
I'm gonna go with the Bengals. I love Joe Burrow. Yeah.
Dolphins at Colts.
I'm not this one. Let's go Dolphins. As a kid, I like their uniforms.
Panthers at Jags.
I'm gonna go with Jags.
Raiders at Patriots.
Cannot root for the Raiders. I'm going with Patriots. Even though, now that Belichick's gone, I'm going with Patriots.
Cardinals at Saints.
I'm gonna go with Cardinals. I've got a connection over there that I'm rooting for, so we'll see.
You're giving us a bunch of new questions between the Patriots and the Cards, kind of teasers for a future one. Steelers at Jets.
I'm gonna go with the Jets.
Okay. Giants at Commanders.
I mean, I'm gonna have to go with the Commanders. I think probably to keep my job.
Titans at Broncos.
Probably the Titans. It's the old Oilers. I'm gonna go with that.
49ers at Seahawks.
49ers.
Lions at Packers.
Lions.
Texans at
I will
Rams.
never root against Houston. I'm going with the Texans.
Ravens at Bills.
Probably the Bills. Yeah.
And finally, Vikings at Bears.
Again,
Yeah.
let's go with the Vikings. One of my high school guys loves the Vikings, so my high school friends.
And what is your Super Bowl prediction?
Probably. Who is my Super Bowl prediction? Let's see. I'm gonna go with the Lions. And I'm gonna say 49ers.
Excellent.
Do I have to pick a winner?
Sure.
I'm gonna go with the Lions. It's their time.
Well, they can't play each other. They're both in the NFC.
Oh, my bad.
They're both in the
Okay,
NFC.
sorry. See,
So that's a championship game. She's got the championship
Okay,
game.
sorry. Okay, so let's see.
Bills, Ravens.
I'll go with the Bills.
All right.
Okay. And I'm gonna pick the Lions.
Awesome.
Did I do that right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think that's a Super Bowl everybody wants. So
I'm ready. I'm ready for the Lions to win.
excellent. Well, thanks you for joining us and best of luck to you this
Thank you. I
year.
appreciate it.
Awesome,
Have a good
thanks.
time. So, where's your voice?
Well, we're recording, right? So we'll play it. We'll have to take the video and put it up. We decided we took the speakers, so we'd have speakers in here instead of hooking it up to the computer. So we're not getting a live feed, so we're recording it here and we'll pull it in.
Sounds good.
Yeah. See you tonight. Go get them.
Coach Carter, you ready? Sure. Sure. I don't know what's up with this thing. But it's not. Yours sounds so much better.
What's that? Oh, great.
But yours sounds so much better than Bob.
Coach Carter, here's something I'm not used to interviewing Coach Carter.
Just make sure the mic's nice and close to your mouth.
Alrighty, so this is going to be a little bit more like speed dating because I think I only have you for 5 minutes.
Okay.
But I'll keep you as long as Coach lets me keep you. First and foremost, I know, Coach Carter, you always shift everything to about the team. But this is a very, very big year. And I believe somebody's sitting about 3 wins from a major, major career milestone. So so people who don't know, Coach Carter is 497 wins as a varsity coach. So I expect in our very first tournament play, and yes, it is a tournament, we're going to see 500th victory. How does that feel, like looking back on a career where you came to the school, you played at the school, went on, played collegiately at Texas Tech, and now you're here back at your school?
I'll just tell you this, I'm very blessed. When I was looking for a job, Coach Kelly Reeves, the athletic director, said, Johnny, it's hard to go and coach at your own school. The school you graduated from, it doesn't happen very often. Good things don't come from it because the relationships you do have in the community. But I disagree. I think it's been a very powerful thing for me to be able to come home and impact my home community, and it means a lot to me. I'm very passionate about it. Coach Randy Franklin calls me Johnny Roundrock. And, I'm just very blessed. Coach Moore and I have a great relationship, and he does a fantastic job supporting all of our athletic programs. And our kids are great. They're great kids. They want to be successful. They want to keep the Dragon brand on top, and I just try to keep the ship going in the right direction.
So speaking of the Dragon brand, you have, as a former coach, one of the most exciting teams. Like it'd be like a dream come true to come out and coach the young men that you have coming into this upcoming year. I know a lot of years as great kids, but I mean, when you have 6 top tier pitchers in your arsenal, it's exciting to come into a season. Tell us a little bit about how you see the season coming up.
Well, that's what Coach Rod and I had at that conversation this summer. We're real excited because we do have all of our arms coming back except for 2. We lost 2 senior arms from last year, and they were mainly out of the bullpen. They got a spot start here and there in tournaments, but once we got into play, they were bullpen guys, and our top 4 arms are returning with the most innings we have on the year, and so we're really excited about that. We're going to have to fill some holes in the lineup. Some RBIs that were lost with Chris Alston-Brooks and Trajan Godby, but we really feel like that with the group that's coming from the JV up to the varsity, we got a chance to put a pretty good squad together. We'll be lucky to win a game, but we'll go out and do our best.
Absolutely. So, talk to me a little bit about the man, the father, the husband, the coach that you are today. Who is the most influential person?
Oh, 100% my dad. He shows what self-sacrifice is all about on a daily basis. He's been serving our community for over 40 years, continues to do so. He got home about midnight last night from Washington, D.C. And he's told me always to work hard, put your nose down, go to work, and nothing's given to you. You gotta earn everything you do.
We'll have to go to another time where I can ask some deeper questions, because your father was also the judge when you were in high school in Round Rock.
Correct.
Yeah, that must have been fun for you.
Let's just say I didn't want to make a bad choice.
Alrighty, so how do you balance the tradition and innovation in coaching? Because you have evolved a lot. I've seen it in my years in the program. How have you kept the traditions, the Dragon Nation tradition, but evolved your coaching style over the years?
That was hard at first. Coach Lanahan is who I played for, and so everything we did was the way he did it. And then when I went to Tech, I learned a little bit there, and I realized that it's a different generation of kids, and you have to feed them. You have to put it out there and give them some ownership in it. And so that's what we try to do, not only in baseball, but I think in football as well. We are doing the hype stuff. We're doing the things that kids like. And you want them passionate about what they're doing, and if they're having fun, that's the most important. That's what sports are all about. Sometimes we got too many people living vicariously through each other and through others. Just go have fun, enjoy the game, and play it the right way. That's the big thing. If you play it the right way with character, hard work, and hustle, good things are going to happen for you.
So, that's a perfect segue. what do you look for in these young athletes beyond just raw talent, abilities? Like, what are you looking for in the ideal players, rounded out beyond just what they can do on a dime?
Be great teammates. To me, it's serving each other. If I'm not in the game, how can I be, like you said, I love the team, and what can I do? What role can I play to make the team better? Whether it be a scout team player, whether it be a courtesy runner, whether it be a statistician, find a way to have an impact in the team, because you're going to have to do that in the future when you become a father, a husband, and an employee.
Excellent. All right, so quickly, two questions. How is coaching football influenced you to be a better baseball coach? And how has being a baseball coach influenced you to become a better football coach?
That's a tough question. I think both of them is just about the relationships you can develop with kids. Be present with them. Let them understand that you have expectations, and don't be afraid to tell them you love them.
Yep.
I think I've learned that. Coach Morris tells them all the time, we love you guys, and I tell my guys the same thing. I love my job. I love my job. I spend a lot of time with other people's kids, and I stay up at night wondering, like prom night.
Yep.
I worry about what happened on prom night.
Yep.
And I just think that you've got to put your heart into it. If you do, good things will happen for you.
Absolutely. All right, let's make this a little fun here. 2 truths and a lie.
All right, this was a tough one for me. I was born in Round Rock, Texas. I am the great-great-great-grandson of a famous Flemish painter, and I was on scholarship in 2 sports in college.
I'm going to abstain because I know a couple of the truths in there, so. Well, at least one of them. So what do you think?
You weren't born in Browning or yeah.
That's correct. I was not born in Round Rock. I was born in Austin, but I moved to Round Rock.
Yep. Yep.
Like we didn't have a
That
hospital.
was too close. That was too close.
Yep. And anyway, Coach, thank you. I know you and I will be doing hopefully a lot more of these in the January, February as we first celebrate 500 wins. I'm kind of glad it's early in the season because I know you don't like the spotlight on you.
Absolutely, I don't.
But you deserve it. And then we'll get to move forward. So real quickly, let's do the speed dating version.
Okay.
And we gotta get some of you guys to jot these down, all right?
Okay.
So we're gonna go quickly here. Chiefs at Chargers.
Chiefs.
Bucks at Falcons.
I'm taking the Bucks.
Bengals at Browns.
I'm gonna go Bengals as well.
Dolphins at Colts.
Let's go Colts.
Panthers at Jags.
Jags.
Raiders at Patriots.
Patriots.
Cardinals at Saints.
Cardinals.
Steelers at Jets.
That's a tough one. I'm gonna go with the Jets. Jets.
Jets. Giants at Commanders.
Commanders.
Titans at Broncos.
Broncos.
I got Broncos winning the West. 49ers at Seahawks.
49ers.
Lions at Packers.
That's gonna be a great game. I'm gonna take the Pack at home.
Texans at Rams.
Rams.
And this is the
I'm a Texans fan too.
Yeah.
I just think the Rams got a chance.
I think this is going to be the AFC Championship preview. You've got your Ravens at Bills.
If it was at Baltimore, I'd take them, but I'm gonna go with the Bills.
And finally, Vikings at Bears.
The Vikings.
Excellent. All right, Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
Always good to see you.
Thank you as well. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
All righty, so are we still good here? Are we buying some coffee? Special thanks to Lamppost for sponsoring us. All right, so I'm here now with Coach Moore. Coach, first off, let's talk a little bit about last night. We had a little football played last night.
We did, yeah. So far, varsity games went well last night. We had, I must say, 3 out of the 5 games we had, one last night was really good. JV White and Maroon teams both took some victories last night in Temple. And then Our freshman room took a loss last night. They said they played really hard and actually had massive improvement from week one, but we still lost that game. And then the freshman white team, 32-0, won a big one. That's really good. And then our freshman C team took a loss out at Legacy Ranch. They actually played their B team. So they played up a level, which is really, really good. They're seeing really good competition. And so it's been really good to get that team full schedule, full 10 games. You know, I think a lot of our kids are getting really good reps on Thursday nights, which is really, really good. So,
And so you have three freshman teams, and you're the athletic director.
yeah.
How in the world are you doing the scheduling?
It's a little bit school nightmare.
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, it actually works out really good because a lot of the big schools around the area have C teams, and so we've kind of like made this little outlaw schedule so they get to, you know, play each one of those teams twice, which makes 8 games, and then I just go try to find 2 extra games on top. So it actually works out really, really good.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. All right, so let's get into football a little bit here, all right? Last week, Shoemaker, not the outcome we wanted, and we'll get more in depth on that in a different interview. But what were 2 or 3 good takeaways?
Well, I was really excited to see some of the positivity out of our offense, which is really, really good. They showed some really, really good things. We actually showed some really good things on defense too, but when you have 5 turnovers, it's hard to win a game.
Yeah.
And so we've talked about that, ball security and everything that goes along with that all this week. And, you know, hopefully we'll see a change tonight.
Excellent. So what were you most surprised about?
Well, positively or negatively?
Now we can go both. I wanted to start positive because like when I was a coach, it was midway through my coaching career that I realized that I stopped one day and I said to my players, my job is to find something.
Yeah.
You could do 99 things right. My job is to find the one that you're not.
Yeah, well, I was actually, with the exception of a couple turnovers, I thought a lot of our special team stuff that we did was really, really good. It looked like we were, you know, well polished, you know, especially for game one, when a lot of times that's not the case. Special teams usually kind of takes the back burner a lot of times. So seeing some of that was really, really good. Excuse me, but the thing that was surprising, probably the most, was just noticing just the lack of experience that we did have. We did graduate a lot of dudes last year, and I think that it was, I needed to make sure I went back to ground zero again and just made sure we started with this like basic fundamentals and techniques and looking at them again this week. Just to reiterate, just to make sure that we're all on the same page, knowing that you know, each of the things that we take for granted sometimes might not be understood correctly. So it was actually really good, like self-reflection, self-evaluation time, just because we did notice that. Like, for example, this is so silly and simple, and all of you guys are going to notice it now, but like knowing when to raise your helmet on the national anthem. Half our guys didn't even know how to do that, right? So I'll take the blame for that because we should practice that. But at the same time, it just shows the lack of experience that we do have, right? Which is completely fine. We're going to get them right, and we're going to make sure we're all on the same page. But that just showed me that we got a lot of growing up to do. Yeah.
So let's talk about that a little bit. How do you get these players, or how do you help them develop leadership skills beyond the field, beyond the playing?
Well, you got to lean on your older guys to help with that thing. Like, you got to have them be the example, right? You have to have them, you know, do things and make sure you tell the young guys to take notice in those things. But it has to be by like the players. You know, like we can definitely get them to, you know, do this, do that. You know, make sure you're here and there. But if it's not the players really saying it and having like true team leadership or player leadership, then a lot of times it kind of goes unnoticed because it's coach telling me what to do, not necessarily like coaching me up. You see what I'm saying? So I really lean on that leadership council a ton for that type of stuff. But just like I said, even if it's in film, we're talking about like day one stuff continuously. Like it's just like until we're blue in the face, and you have to do it that way. And so, but it's also getting those leadership council guys to also coach when they're not taking reps, and you know, like they're all. I like to say that we have you know 22 coaches because you add the 7 guys to our 15, that should be 22 coaches on our staff, including leadership council, right? So I really try to lean on those guys.
And you literally are reading my mind, because the question I have is, let's talk a little bit about this leadership council. I think that's a really interesting thing that you have, that you run.
Yeah, so the leadership council starts, in February. We start doing an interview process, and just like many of us who have careers, we got to go through some pretty tough interviews, right? And I don't want their first interview for a career to be the first time they ever do that. And so I'm trying to teach them some life lessons when it comes to that. And so round one, they got to fill out an application. If they're actually, round one's actually, I get in front of the entire group and I get a list of names up on the board. Who do you think needs to be on the leadership council? So it's like a player vote first, right? Because I want to know who has the influence in our program. Okay. And then we get those votes, and then we send applications to the guys that are the top, 12 or whatever. Usually we take, it's usually 6 seniors and 1 junior. This year we have 5 seniors and 2 juniors. But there's not a perfect formula. It's just like whoever I think has the best influence, right? But they do an application, and then we pick through, all the coaches vote on all the applications that have been sent in, and they have to a write-up and a video within that application. And then they ask them to come in, all the coaches vote, and then the top, however many, come in and actually do an in-person interview. Like 4 coaches, the kids sitting on the other side of the table, and it's like drilling with questions. And it's tough, it's hard, but if it wasn't that, then it's not going to mean anything, right? If it was easy and I just kind of gave it to them, then it's like, okay, whatever.
Yep.
But now that they have to really work for it, then maybe they'll have a little more pride in it.
So I got to go there. I got to ask this in a positive way.
Yeah.
Right? We don't need to go negative, but in a positive way. Has there been a player that's name showed up on the board that you were like, wow, I didn't really expect that to come, like just shocked you, like out of left field where?
Yeah, there's actually, quite a few dudes, but like both Dove and Shia Stickler are phenomenal kids, but they do a great job leading. Like they're high energy kids. They're constantly talking, they're constantly coaching, and it really means something to them. And so I would say those 2 guys have really stepped up and have done a phenomenal job. But we have other guys that do a great job too. I'm not saying one's better than the other or anything like that, but what I am saying is those guys have really shocked me on how well they have done.
So at what point in your life did you say, I want to be a coach? I want to impact kids' lives, make them future men? So just like I've talked about, the leadership council guys stepping in, like where coaches, like filling in the void where coaches maybe have not had a chance to really be one-on-one, and and where the players have been more of a player coach situation was exactly how it was when I was at TCU. And so it was like their formula for them to say, coach is going to give us the meat and potatoes, but you guys got to make sure that all this is taught, right? So once I became kind of that leader in our defensive line room, is when I was like, okay, I'm actually kind of good at this, and I enjoy coaching younger guys or getting caught up on this and that, and kind of taking younger guys under my wing, and I liked doing that. But I also at the same time had really great coaches in high school. I had a phenomenal middle school coach. My middle school coach made me so hungry to want to do something for my school, and whatever it was, football, basketball, baseball, track, it didn't matter. I just wanted to compete, and he instilled that. And then going into high school, I had great coaches. But then when I got to TCU, when I was like, I think this coaching thing might work out. And so, it's kind of like getting that feeling of actually being able to instill some kind of confidence in teaching techniques and that kind of thing to a kid was really intriguing to me. So interesting now, right? You parlay that because your oldest son is now playing 7th grade football, getting his first introduction, and he's playing for. I'm biased. I've had my third boy is now playing for Neary. So how is that now being a dad, not being the coach or athletic director, but being the dad in the stands watching?
Yeah, well, it's tricky because I don't want to be coach until I have to be coach, right? So I really actually am be hands off, and if you ask, I'll tell, or I'll coach, but I completely trust Coach Neary and Coach Salazar, Coach Campbell at Walsh. They do a phenomenal job, and they're doing exactly what we do here, at the high school. So when he comes home and talks to me about this or that, and then we're talking the same language, right? But I really try to stay hands off. I want to be dad. I don't want to be coach because I'm going to have to be coach for 4 years when he gets here. But I want him to enjoy coming home and telling me his highlights and not necessarily wanting to be coach all the time.
Okay, so here we go. 3 quick rapid questions.
Yeah.
Go to pump up song.
Man, I am, so I'm like all over the map. But like go-to pump up songs, like, you know, I'm like a mid 2000s, like heavy metal guy growing up. But now it's gone so much to the other side. Like I'm more like calm down music when I go on the field because like I get a little amped up sometimes. But when kind of here lately, it's been more like, you know, I even throw like, you know, worship music on, or I'll even put on some like Explosives in the Sky, which is like all the Friday Night Lights music. You know, I put that on because it's just like soothing, right? Just kind of calm down a little bit. But I'm a big like Texas country fan, so like I'll, you know, be rocking that as much as I can.
Nice. All right, so give me one person, any point of life, history, whatever, you can go spend one day with. Who's that going to be?
So can I have 2?
Of course.
Right. So my idol growing up was David Robinson, who was the admiral, the center for San Antonio Spurs back in the day. And just everything he was about, everything that he did, I just looked up to. And I mean, I wore 50 every basketball season up until I got to high school. And I love that guy. And I would love to sit down and have a conversation with him. Like just talk about, you know, not blemish on what he did, just because he's such a great dude. And then if I had a chance to, you know, really talk and like pick somebody's brain, I would love to have John Wood. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Excellent. All right, 2 truths and a lie.
I graduated with 65 people at high school. I lived in Alaska for 4 years, and I have, trying to say this the right way. I played 5 sports in high school.
So what is it? Lived in Alaska?
Alaska.
What was the other one?
What was the first one? What
was the first one?
I graduated with 65.
65 people. See, that's too tricky because it could be 66, it could be 64. I know he's from a small town. I would say Alaska too. I'm going to agree with Mary.
Yeah, so I graduated with 65 people. I did live in Alaska for 4 years, but I only played 4 sports. Sorry.
See, it's always one of those.
Yeah.
Anyway, Coach, good luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
And thank you.
Appreciate you having me.
Cheers. Oh, wait, we've got the most important thing. Hold on, here we go. Speed dating. Speed dating style.
Yes.
Hey,
All right.
Chiefs at Chargers.
Chiefs.
Is somebody jotting these down? Awesome. Buccaneers at Falcons.
Bucks.
Bengals at Browns.
Bengals.
Dolphins at Colts.
Colts.
Panthers at Jags.
I can't not go with my boy Andy Dalton if he plays Panthers.
Raiders at Patriots.
I'm going to go with Raiders.
Cardinals at Saints.
Cardinals.
Steelers at Jets.
Jets.
Giants at Commanders.
Commanders.
Titans at Broncos.
Titans.
Wow. There it is. Upset of the week. 49ers at Seahawks.
I can't stand the 49ers. That's Seahawks.
Lions at Packers.
I'm going to go with the Lions.
Texans at Rams.
Rams. There's like 6 guys that are TCU guys on the Rams.
Ravens at Bills.
Let's go with the Bills.
And Vikings at Bears.
Vikings.
And what is your Super Bowl prediction?
I'm going with Lions all the way. But I think, hopefully it's Lions and Bills.
Lions, Bills. That's the Super Bowl everybody wants.
Yes.
Good luck with that.
Thank you. Yay!
That's good.
So now we want feedback. What would you change? What would you add? More of, less of?
I thought it was super interesting.
Okay.
I did.
Have the mics work?
I was I can't talk about
Well, we did a last minute decision. We decided to use the soundboard to give speakers for here instead of running it through the computer.
So from here, it's almost impossible to hear you guys. And
We're going to do some adjustments. We got to do some adjustments.
yeah, sure. I just